Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you are. I am Harish Krishnan. I'm an Indian and I'm currently in Portugal working as a software engineer for Capgemini Engineering. I recently moved to Portugal, like 8 months back. And as I said, I have close to 10 years of experience in IT industry. I started my career as a service desk analyst, and then I started into little start moved into development where I used to develop forms typically for tools like PMC Remedy, ServiceNow, and Manage Engine. These tools are SRM tools where you it's used in the IT industry to create it's more of ticketing software. I used to build the forms that you see on the screen, write workflows behind it. Later, I moved into web development. I started my web dev journey in Bootstrap 3 and Bootstrap 4, and then I started then my first project in web dev was in AngularJS. It was a basic single page application. Then I started learning React as well. Parallelly, other stuffs like Jenkins, building pipelines, hosting it on cloud also come into picture. I am more of a self-taught developer, so where I learn things on my own. I read blogs, I spend more time on YouTube, understanding how things are working. And that is also the main reason I joined in this bootcamp because I wanted to understand things from the scratch, so that I can fill in my knowledge gaps here and there, and I can make web look better, a lot better. Uh, since I have joined in this bootcamp, I'm also enrolled myself in the hackathon project where I have to build a homepage or landing page for iNeuron. So I'm going to walk you down through how exactly I have built this landing web page. So this is how it's gonna look. iNeuron landing page. I have posted this page on Versal, so this page should be available all time whenever you see. And the URL you can see it in the address bar. You can also see the URL in the project link where I'm gonna upload it in the finecoder.com. So this has been built on top of LandKit, a template which I use for my project, which is being built on top of Bootstrap 5, and I have made it extremely customized, thinking about iNeurons and their visions and their goals in mind. So on the top you have navbar, on the left you have the brand, and in the courses you have the core courses which iNeuron provides, and you have their core products, typically OneNeuron, Job Portal, and Resume Builder. And under the company you have their offers. You have job assistance program, you have job guarantee program, and terms and conditions and privacy policy as it is. And at the right, you have your account. This should typically act as a sign in button or a sign out button, which you can log in with Gmail or Outlook or GitHub or whatnot. Then you have the hero section where you can explore courses by searching it using the search box. And on the right side, you have a small code snippet. Of course, yarn add iNeuron and I write code doesn't gonna work, but this is how I actually felt what iNeuron is to me. So I just made up a small visual representation of what iNeuron is to me. Maybe we can work on creating our own package for iNeuron, maybe later. Then you have the products. These are the core products of iNeuron. And then at the bottom, you have the rank card. This should be a tickering, but since we have been in the header for a long time, it's not ticking up. So let me quickly reload. So you can see that it's getting triggered. And you have their most popular courses. These are the same details which I picked from the iNeuron website. It's a small nav build where you can navigate and you can have their courses listed. And if you scroll down a bit, you have a section for Hall of Fame. Of course, if they have affordable courses, there are definitely people who are getting benefited from it. And here I have written few of the feedbacks from the people who got benefited. Of course, these are just a placeholder with some random text. There is no Rahul Dravid, Tony Stark, or Pepper Potts, but this is where we can show the feedback from the actual people who have been benefited. And since there are a lot of people that are getting benefited, we should be very clear the places that they're gonna work. If you can see, these are the major companies, the people are getting placed. They work for Redbus, they work for Mindtree, they work for KPMG and whatnot. And since I've been saying a lot of positive things about them, we should obviously know who are the guys behind this. And here comes the Tech Avengers. Hitesh, Krish, Naveen, Ambrish, Gaurav, Kiran, and there are also a few more people falling behind. I've just made six of them for as it's just a placeholder. And iNeuron has also been partnered with institution like Taxia, KET, VIT, etc. And at the bottom you have the footer section. You have iNeuron, the Play Store, and the Google Play button where you can install their applications, and you have the other footer sections. You also have a small chat at the bottom right where you can make a conversation. I'll just click start over. So if it starts over, it asks, are you currently enrolled? I say yes. If I say yes, it's gonna say, okay, go to community and engage in the blog. And if I start over and if I'm gonna say no for the same question, it's gonna throw up. iNeuron provides a wide range of courses at affordable prices. Please have a look on the website and drop in your phone number or something. So this is what it does. Apart from this, I've also enabled a tracker so that we can see how exactly things work behind the screen. I'll also show you on how that works. Before doing that, I'll just show you what exactly this chat does. This is just a small chat which may not function down the line. And in case if there is any conversation, this is how we get response to the email customized so we can understand, we can receive the input from the user, the feedback or whatever form they fill, and we can follow up. And I said about the Clarity. Clarity is a Microsoft product. You also have Google Analytics. It's something similar to Google Analytics. You also have something called Mixpanel. These three are the softwares which we typically use to understand how the user behaves with our website. Now, for example, in Clarity, I'm gonna click on this one. So if you see this, I'll pick this. If you see this, this is how exactly the user has reacted on our web page. And this is the cursor. This is how the user navigated. And there was a small refresh or something. Maybe the user refreshed and the user clicked on the chat button and he tried to interact. So this is how we can understand how the user navigates. Based on how the user navigates on our page, we can design and we can push the components here and there, and we can concentrate on how exactly it works. And there is also something called heat map. I'll also have a look on that. This is a heat map. So if you see, these are all the areas where the user have stressed, clicked more, or been more active on the web page. And if you scroll down, uh, obviously they have concentrated more on live programs than affordable community programs and one year on. And it's obvious people have been engaging on the carousel. They are using it. They are actually reading the feedback. Based on these information, we can actually see how the interaction is being happening on our website. And I forgot to mention one more thing. Our website is completely responsive. If I go here, this is how it's gonna look on iPad in case if you are an iPad person. And here, this is how it's gonna look on the mobile devices in case if you are looking on small devices. And that's it from me. Hope you liked it. In case if you have any feedback, please put it on the comment box. Thank you. Have a nice day.